Hello, my name is Brandon Whittington. I'm the founder and CEO of ProTrustee. We are a software company. We provide fiduciary workflow and compliance tools for bank trust departments and trust companies across the US. So I've always had kind of the bug to be an entrepreneur. I took some classes at UNC for entrepreneurship, graduated in 2009, which was obviously the Great Recession, no one's hiring. So I did some odd jobs for a couple years, and then I went to Campbell University, and they have a program that's trust and wealth management. So I did a master's in that, started working in Atlanta at Bank of America's private bank in their trust department. So I worked there for 7 years, then I went to SunTrust, now Truist, worked in their trust department for a couple years. So I did about a decade of trust administration, and on that journey I learned a lot about the industry and the technology or lack thereof. So when you start looking at the resources that the big banks have and then the resources that the rest of the market has, which is maybe not a lot, there's a gap in between, what's technologically possible and kind of what they're using. So there's an opportunity that I saw to kind of modernize the trust industry. That's where our technology comes in, right? So you get a SaaS platform that automates and streamlines all your fiduciary business processes, and it also leaves an audit trail. So you're using our system to manage your book of business. Each business process, it takes you through the steps. It's all digitized. So it's hard to make a mistake. It also helps you get things done faster. So our technology kind of provides the best of both worlds, right? You get the increased operational efficiency, but you also have embedded compliance throughout. So while you're getting your work done faster, you're also making sure that you're not making mistakes, and that, if an auditor or someone's attorney comes and looks at things 2 years from now, you can say, here's everything we did, here's how we made those decisions. I was able to hire coders to really build out my vision. So I was almost a project manager while the coders were developing everything kind of based on what I laid out for them. And it was interesting trying to learn tech language while they were learning my trust language and kind of making sure that we were understanding how to talk to each other that way. Started off financing it on my own. We bootstrapped for the first probably 3 years or so. First phone calls were to former coworkers who went elsewhere in the industry, and I called them and I said, hey, is your technology what I think it is at your new employer? And they say, yes, it's terrible. So I kind of did some market research as my first few phone calls, did a lot of market research actually, and came to the conclusion that this is something that needs to happen. So obviously the first conversation you want to have when you're about to take the leap is with the wife. So I got that approval. I think that our opportunity is to come in and say, we're really going to work with you and partner with you strategically and take those relationships and get feedback and grow our product. There's also a big opportunity holistically because lots of investment managers and lots of different people in the marketplace are trying to figure out how to monetize the trust customers. And so we've got the domain expertise and the unique perspective that maybe they don't have. I would say having the mental resiliency to, get kicked, get knocked down, get back up, and just know that there's going to be highs and lows and a lot of volatility in your journey. But if you can wake up every day and give it your best shot and move the ball forward incrementally, say, how do I reach my next milestone? What steps does it take to get to the next milestone? What's the next best thing, most important thing I can do today for the company? That's kind of how you need to approach it. So mental toughness is absolutely what I would say.